I've been having technical difficulties. Welcome to Kung Fu Having number 2. Instagram, I am finally live. I need to hurry this up so it's not going to be a long live because I was trying to go live for like the last 20 freaking minutes. And if you found this on YouTube at Kung Fu Having number 2, thank you for coming. I am Echo Fang Grey Wolf. You have here my 3 poor man's bobs. So I'm going to watch them fall. That was not supposed to happen at all. Anyway, I'm going to do a 3-man defense after I pick up those 3 men that fell. This is fucking awesome. You can't make that shit up. I have other videos that I'm going to post on YouTube about this. After the wind stops blowing, I'm going to pick them up and we're going to make a video. Um, this just isn't my day. This really isn't my day. I'll tell you, it's just not my day. So, I want you to understand in your 3-man defense, the positioning of your opponent is everything. And I would have used the bamboo, but somebody stole the bamboo that was holding these guys up. And you know, when you're poor, you kind of got to go with what you know. So we're gonna use you here. Come on, Justin here. Come on, man. Cooperate. Okay. We can already tell this has just gone wrong in so many different ways. Alright, so you're probably going to get a lot of my rear view, so I apologize now. But we're going to do a front scenario first, and then we're going to do a back scenario. And because we're losing light, I need to shut the fuck up and get to it. Okay. So, your position on where these guys are is going to be the key to your survival in a fight. So you have 3-on-1. I'm 5'3.5". These guys are about my size, a little taller. It just depends. 9 times out of 10, there's going to be a little taller. So, because I'm standing here, I'm in striking position for this one. I'm in striking position for this one. So I can use the Captain America move, boom, and then go for the guy in the middle, which would be great. But in reality, they're going to be coming at me. They're not going to just be standing there. So I still want to be in a position where this guy's close, so the guy on my left will get a front kick, boom. The guy on the right will get a jumping front kick, and then the guy in the middle I would punch just because I'm coming down off of a kick. You have to understand your positioning and your landing is going to be very important while you are fighting 3 people. Because 3 people is not 2 people, and 2 people is not 1 people, which means your skills are going to have to get on point. Alright? A 3-man attack is going to be very dangerous for the man that they are attacking, which would be me. So you have to understand how this shit works. Okay, so we're going to go to the front scenario really quickly, and we're going to run through that. I'm not going to kick my scarecrows. I'm going to pretend to kick my scarecrows so that I don't do damage to my scarecrows, because once we start gardening again, I'm going to need my scarecrows, alright? And I don't have any bobs, alright? So these are corn grapes or tomato thingies or whatever the fuck you call them. So I do gardening. Shut up. Anyway, so I'm in this position. So you can tell by where I'm standing. This guy's a hell of a lot closer than this guy. But the wind's about to knock him down. So we're going to go ahead and go through this. Alright, so I'm standing here, punch, boom, boom. That guy's still standing, so I'm going to be able to have to do something. Understand that if you don't take your opponent down when you are fighting, then that still gives them the option to take you down. Now, if this was a back attack, and these 2 guys have surrounded me with an angle you so that you're facing me, they don't look threatening at all, right? Which makes them more dangerous than anything. And yes, there is a scary movie called Scarecrow from back in the 80s or the 70s. And y'all should check that shit out. Anyway, so this guy's the most dangerous guy because he's behind me. He's too close for me to throw a kick other than a swift kick to the shin, but his shins are way up here, so that's not an option. So since he's too close to throw a kick to me and he's the most dangerous guy, I'm going to back elbow, I'm going to back fist. I don't recommend the back fist as much as I recommend the back elbow because I have to stretch out and I have to step out for the back fist. unless I back fist this way, Batman style, I may not have time. Now, in a scenario where he kicks me forward, now I'm away from them where I can gather my shit and I can fight them. But in real life, that's not going to happen because this guy just came up behind me. So it's going to be boom and boom, or it's going to be boom. Those are my safest elbows to throw, only because he's on my right. It would be ridiculous for me to try and throw a left when he's on my right. All right? And if I'm going to throw a left, boom. It would be like a hammer fist to this guy and an elbow to this guy, and then I'm going to have to kick this guy. And that's only because of the spacing between me and these three clowns. Excuse me, these three scarecrows. So again, it would be boom, boom, boom. That would be the safest combo, but you want to strike the guy in the back first. All right? Because he's the most dangerous because you can't see him. All right? This guy's in striking distance for a hammer fist. This guy's in striking distance for a front kick. But I had to angle my body. So, boom, boom. That would be your combo. Boom, and then that. Now, the problem with that is, and the reality is, these guys are going to be trying to block their shit. So is this guy. But he's the main attacker. He's the most dangerous guy because he's right behind me. So, boom to the right. I can go here or I can go here. I'm going to have to fight all three of them. There's no doubt that that's about to happen. All right? Because it's 3-on-1. I need to be prepared for that shit. So, boom, boom. I was a little slow there. So he would have caught my leg. This guy would have came back. This guy would have came back. I'd have been in trouble. So you have to live in the reality of what you are capable of doing. So, boom, boom. That will also work. But you got to, again, understand, these guys aren't just going to sit there when I elbow this guy. They're going to be moving in. They can't move right now because they're not animatronic. They're just scarecrows. But the scenario is the same. I could take the scarecrows off and still use the tomato grates, and you'll understand. It'd be safer for me to kick the tomato grates than to kick the damn scarecrows, so I don't want to damage the scarecrow. But, since he's behind me, if I'm over here, I'm closer to this guy and this guy, he's still the most dangerous, even though I'm closer to here. I can back smack him, but in doing so, remember that arm technique I told you? He can break my elbow. Right, he has one arm here, he's pushing, and the other arm there, he's pulling. So he can break my elbow. And I'm elbowing this guy, but I'm still vulnerable because this guy just broke my arm. And this guy's going to turn around and come in. And then I have to deal with this shit. So I'm getting the shit beat out. So me stepping towards this guy to elbow this guy is a bad idea. But if I'm standing here, I'm in the middle, I'm still hitting this guy first because he's behind me. Boom, boom, boom. Now I can do that. I can do the other way too. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody's getting kicked. Somebody's getting elbowed. Somebody's getting punched. There's other scenarios. Boom, boom, boom. The problem is, this guy could have grabbed my leg after I kicked this guy. This guy should be stunned enough that I can get away, which is what you really want to do. Instead of doing that exciting shit that you just saw me do, you kind of want to do this. Boom, boom, boom. And then you want to get your ass over here so that you can square up against them. Now, the reason why I said it is because more than likely, you don't know a person's recovery time. And if that person has a quick recovery time, you're going to be in deep shit. And you don't want to be in a situation where you're in deep shit. So the best thing to do, reality, especially if you're not a good fighter, boom, and then run. Yeah, I think I cut my arm. Okay, it'll heal. Anyway, the best thing you can do is to get away from all three of them. But the most person that you need to get away from, most importantly, is the guy in the back. Because you can't see what he's going to do. The guy in the back is the most dangerous. These two guys, you still have an open space. So, boom, and run, you're good. Because you can probably outrun them. They might be concerned about him. They might not. That's the reality of getting jumped. If they're concerned about him, you keep running. You run until you can. He's going to remember you. Because you elbowed him and you probably broke his fucking nose. Which he would have deserved because they were going to jump you. I understand how violence works, all right? If you're going to jump me, boom, and I can get away because they get concerned with this guy, good for me. I'm out. A good run's better than a bad stand. Now, I legally don't run very well. So, again, boom, boom, boom. That works also. Works from the other side. Boom, boom, boom. You have to be well-rounded enough to know what you're doing. This guy's my main concern because he's behind me. This guy's off to the right, this guy's off to the left, So I can do boom, boom, boom. There's a lot of combos you can come up with, all right? But the most important combo is that you need to survive and you need to escape. So boom and run is more realistic, all right? I elbowed the guy in the back and I made my exit out. Why did I make my exit out? I'm not Bruce Lee, dude. This ain't no fucking movie. This is real life. If I know I can't handle 3 people, the best thing I can do is get the hell out of there, or I'm gonna be in a fucking fetal position right there. Now, in another real life scenario is that I elbow this guy, and as I try to get away, this guy either grabs me or trips me, or this guy grabs me or trips me, which is why I said, boom, 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 boom. Now I gotta elbow him again because he's still right there. You see how my body was leaning so close to him? I'd have to elbow him again, just because he might have what we call a steel chin. So if I bam, bam, boom, boom, I might have to elbow him a couple of times. Now my initial thing was boom, boom, boom. Okay, but I lost balance. So when I lost balance, I had to throw another elbow. Understand that does happen in fights. You can lose your balance. All right, when you lose your balance, you need to know how to recover. Boom, boom, boom. You know, now from the other side, boom, boom, boom. You got combos. You know, now depending on your dominant hand, which my nose is running, and I need to blow it. I'm sorry for interrupting the class, but you have to understand you are fighting 3 people. And when you're fighting 3 people, they don't give a shit about you. They have a plan, and that plan is to eliminate you from the planet. So, what happened is really quite simple. You need to prevent that shit from happening by any means necessary. So, this guy's on my right, which is why I use my right elbow here, hammer fist here, front kick there. All right, technically it's a side kick, but now my alarm's going off, motherfucker. Okay, it's 6 o'clock, so this live will be over at 6:30 because I'm getting cold. So the basic point is this guy's behind me. He's the most dangerous guy, and he's off to my right. If he was off to my left, the same thing would apply. An elbow, I can do a back fist and an elbow. So boom, boom. That would be great, but by the time I get that second move in, this guy's already on my ass. So fuck that shit. You know, boom, boom, boom. You know, or boom, boom, boom. Right? That was a kick. That was a power kick versus a non-power kick, but just enough to get him off me. Boom, boom, boom. Understand the difference. All right? Because you're going to have to figure it out while you're in fight. While you're in fight mode, boom, boom, boom. Where I'm standing between these 2 guys, I could also have done a split eagle kick. I don't recommend it because if they were real people, they could catch my legs and make a wish. So we're not having that. So when you're fighting people, as little as possible, you want to use your feet off the ground while you're right in the smacking middle. All right? So if you boom and you bow out, you know, now you have the option of using more foot technique versus while you were in the middle. When you're in the middle, your foot technique is great if you get the chance to use it. However, I'm just working through scenarios. Sometimes shit works, sometimes shit doesn't. You will find that shit out from listening to me now than learning the hard way later. So I elbow him with the right, I can hit here, I can go back if I don't have any foot skills, you know, but to be honest, it would be boom, boom, and I'm on my way out to get away from this guy. Now, like I said, if they love their friend, they may be more concerned with him than me, so I'm just gonna keep running. But if they're not, and he's down, I still gotta deal with these 2 ass clowns because they're out for my blood, and I need to make damn sure that they don't get it. So now if this guy's on the left, I'm in the middle, so I can, boom, I can double elbow them, I can hit them in the crotch, boom, you know, pull some Batman shit, boom, 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 boom. You know, it works both ways, but you gotta live in reality. Right here, if they're still standing after that, I'm gonna have to keep fighting. And I'm gonna have to worry about this guy because he's dangerously approaching. So boom, 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 boom. I'm still doing that. This guy's coming in. Boom. I'm gonna have to throw something at him. Doesn't matter which foot it is. Doesn't matter where it's coming from. It has to throw something at him because I gotta stop him because these 2 guys are still conscious. They're still conscious. I have a problem. Now I have done this video before on YouTube where I would elbow and then grab by the head and pull my knee into them. That's great, but I still got this guy. So when I pull my opponent, boom, 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 I still got to worry about the guy on the left. You have to understand how your combos need to come into play. Your combos only come into play by how your enemies are set up. All right? So if we're this way and they're between the door and me getting out, now I have to fight. And I have to fight smart. I can't go around thinking that I'm about to be Raphael or Captain America and pull this shit. You can't see it from the back, but it sucked. So I can pull this and pray that the shit works. So fighting, I'm about to fight these three dudes. Boom, boom. And now I gotta go around them. However, if everything I just did landed, but does not stop them, we'll be praising my funeral. So you have to keep that shit in mind. You have to live in the reality of how fights work. I got three healthy dudes right here. I have a problem. All right? Now, we left off something very important, which is why I stopped. Because this is probably the most important thing I'm ever going to say. What the fuck is their skill level? What is their skill level? All right? Now, I'm not talking dojo skill level. I'm talking fighting experience. Because I did a video earlier. If you're on my YouTube channel, you probably already saw it. You probably didn't like it if you're a martial artist, and that's fine. Because unlike everyone else, I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. Alright? So, if their skill level is street fighting for as long as they've been alive, I got a problem. Technically. But see, I really don't have a problem because that means they're on the same level as I am. With the exception of our age differential and our experience differential. If all three of these guys are teenagers, gangsters trying to make a name for themselves, and they're like 14, 15 years old, they're dust, but they're energetic, which means they're going to keep coming. If these guys are like 40 and 50 years old, like me, they're going to want to end this shit quickly. So I got a fighting chance against them better than I have against the teenagers because they're going to want to end this shit quickly. And they're also going to know there's only so much that we can take as elderly people. So they're going to know I need to stop at some point so that I don't get hurt. So if I'm fighting them and we're in a three-man situation, so boom, 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 I need to know what I'm going to do. And now everything I just showed you is null and void. I will explain that. When you are in a fight, no matter how much you work shit out in your head, it does not happen that way in reality. All right? That's why I said I'm going to tell you the truth. If we're making a movie, I'm in here and I'm all Billy Badass and shit. You know, cool. It's a movie. Reality, 3 to 5 minutes. And I got 3 men that I got to deal with. So that's a problem. All right? That's a problem for the simple fact that I don't know their skill level. I don't know their ages. I don't know how many fights they've been in. I only know what I know about myself. I don't know if they have glass chins. I don't know if they have steel chins. All I know is it's 3-on-1 and I don't plan on dying. I don't plan on being on the ground in the fetal position either. But I need to know what I'm up against. I need to know that I have to be able to get away from them. And again, it's 3-on-1. So I'm going to get hit. Come hell or high water, I'm going to get hit. It's not going to work out like you just saw. No. Like with this guy here, if I hit this guy's probably going to get me because he's the most dangerous guy. He's the one behind me. If I hit this guy, he's right there. So I need to hit and strike both of them roughly about the same time. This guy's not as dangerous because he's not as close. You see our body positioning? This guy's right on. This guy's right on. Now, if I come from the right, if I come from the left, either way, this guy's still the most dangerous because he's right fucking behind me. This guy's second dangerous because he's right in striking distance to I can get hit or I can hit him. But it's all going to work out on who has the tougher body. This guy, he's dangerous, but he's not as dangerous as these two guys. You have to understand how this shit works because yes, it is a scenario. Yes, the danger is real, but you know they're like scarecrows. They're not like actually able to function and attack me. But you know, you have to understand that this guy behind me is the most dangerous guy. Whether he's on my right shoulder or my left shoulder, he has to get hit first. Boom, boom, boom. You know, I have to do that. You know, boom, boom, boom. I have to do that because it's three and there's only one of me. The most important thing that you're going to learn from this lesson today is that if it's 3-on-1, it can be done, but it has to be done smart. It can't be done recklessly. It can't be done with jumping spin kicks and shit like that, because I can easily boom, 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 get right here. Ah! Sorry, Scarecrow. But the thing. Again, I'm sorry, Scarecrow. Now, here's the thing. I took him out. His two friends have probably recovered. And that's another thing that you need to understand about fighting, as my nose is running. The recovery time of your enemy is very fucking important. It is probably the most important thing you will ever learn in a fight. How fast can they recover? And then the second, and probably even more important than that, how fast can you recover? Do you have a glass chin or a steel chin? Is someone going to put you to sleep when they hit you? I hope that I taught you something in this video. And because time is inching up on me very, very swiftly, which I can't even see the time, we're not even going to fuck with that. But anyway, the point being made is I need to be able to handle this shit. From the front, I got a fighting chance because they're coming. So I can see who's going to get here first. This guy's closest, he's going to get there first. So a good side kick followed by a turning round could be fine. Not a spinning back kick, a turning round kick. For those who do not know what that is, you are going to see that right now. So, me first, kick, round kick. I can step in, but I fucked up. He's far enough that he can stop. Alright? Now, if I'm here, and I get into the situation, kick, round, boom. I got to get close enough to him to launch that. There was a big fuck up in that. My guard was not up, so he would have tagged me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange these guys. So they'll still be in the same formation. They're just going to be closer to the camera so that you can actually get a better shot at that. We're going to move you right here. We're going to move you right here. Hopefully they're still on frame. Well, they're on the YouTube frame anyway. There. Alright, so when I did the kick, you know, boom, round, I stepped down. Now this guy's blocking your sight, but I'm going to, I've kicked him already. So I'm hitting here, alright? Now I kicked him down. I got to worry about this guy getting up, and I sat down. He still has two hands, and he can come in. So I'm hitting here, and I can do this, but when I hit here, I really want to grab him and bring that knee, because that might be my only saving grace. When you're in this situation, you're going to understand how shit works. As long as they're coming at me, I'm good, because I can see them. Now, put this guy over here. Now, my back being at this guy, I can't really see him. So my options are limited as fuck. So, boom, boom, boom. Seems like that's gonna work, and it's also quite simple. But since my back is to this guy, I want to elbow him first. Strike here, and then here. Because that's gonna be a little bit more, less tense on me. Y'all will figure this shit out, because when reality happens, and these were people who can actually move, I gotta keep moving. So once I elbow this guy, boom, I gotta keep going. And I'm gonna have to keep going because I'm the monkey in the middle, and I'm gonna make sure that I get out of this shit alive and in one piece. There's not gonna be any fancy shit going on. So there's not gonna be a lot of jumping, spinning, and all that other shit. None of that shit's gonna happen. I'm not going to get the chance. You may think I'm crazy, but I'm going to tell you the reality. I'm not going to Van Damme any of this shit. No. This guy's behind me. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I got to work this shit as fast as I can. Boom, boom, boom. Otherwise, they're going to work me. And we don't want that because I'm almost 50. And granted, I do have good cardio. And I can't outrun if we're in a triangle formation and I'm stuck between them. So I'm going to have to fight. Boom, down the back. Boom, boom. You know, that might seem a little fancy. It might seem a little show-off, but it was really basic. Because there was an elbow, there was a front kick, and there was a back fist. All right? And there's telekinetic powers. Everything just fell. That was my chi. Just magically knocked everything down. Okay, so I'm going to end the live now because apparently I'm disturbing people. But understand this, that when you are fighting 3 people, it's not going to be like these scarecrows just standing there and letting me do shit. They're going to move. And they're going to move with purpose. And they're going to attempt to hurt you. So try to remember that you need to be moving equally as well. But you also, if you're caught in that situation, you need to remember, hit the guy in the back first. Because the guy behind you is the most dangerous threat. And then the other 2 guys you can see. You know? Now, if all 3 of them are in front of you, you have a fighting chance of fighting them anyway because you can see all 3 of them. I hope that I taught you guys something. Until next time, I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Thank you for my Instagram people, and thank you for YouTube. And that sucked because the phone just fell into frame. Peace in ya.